Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. Back again with me, Adinda Mutiara Zahra from class 4C, English Education Department, Syarif Hidayatullah State, Islamic University, Jakarta. In this special day, I'm gonna retell a story from a novel that I have read before. And the title is A Dangerous Woman by McGarry Morris. So, without any further ado, let's dive into it. Alright, as I mentioned it before, the title of this novel is A Dangerous Woman by McGarry Morris. The genre of this novel is mystery romance and its content 356 pages. The author itself, Mary McGarry Morris, was born in Meriden, Connecticut in 1943 with three younger brothers. Her first novel, Vanish, was published in 1988 and it was nominated for the National Book Award. And also, this novel, A Dangerous Woman, was published in 1991 and was chosen by Time magazine as one of the 5 bestsellers novels of the year. After that, 2 years later, it was chosen as an Oprah Book Club selection, which made this become the top of the New York Times bestsellers for many weeks, as well as making it an international bestseller. Okay, so I choose this novel because it has an interesting description when I read the synopsis. It's about Martha Horgan, the main character from this novel, who lived in a small town. She was different from other women. She stares at people and cannot stop telling the truth. What's wrong with her? Is she lonely or autistic? Or is she psychotic? But nobody knows about the truth. Martha has always felt like an outsider. Her low self-esteem and social awkwardness have made her the subject of gossips and bullies in the town. Martha was not diagnosed with mental illness, but she had a general social awkwardness or trouble fitting in the society. It's also implied through her behaviors, thoughts, and emotions. She also describes as a person who has some mental conditions such as anxiety and depressions. She cannot hold a normal conversations because she does not know the rules. Martha spends and learns much of the book and wishing she could be more like an ordinary people. Martha was already different when something traumatic and horribly unspeakable happens to her when she is 17. At the age of 17, Martha was sexually assaulted by 2 boys from her high school, and this traumatic experience leaves deep emotional scars and effect on Martha's sense of self, trust, and her ability to form a healthy relationships. The trauma that Martha felt as a teenager shapes her perception of the world, and it made her to social anxiety and emotional struggles. That traumatic experience haunts her throughout the novel, and it's affected her thoughts and behaviors, influencing her interactions with others and her perception of herself. The trauma Martha experienced at 17 became a crucial event at the novel. It made Martha face several challenges as an adult. Throughout the story, Martha must confront her trauma, face her fears, and find a way to move forward. Her father was dead, her mother was gone, and she's left in the care of her young auntie, and her name is Frances. Frances is portrayed as a kind-hearted and empathetic woman who married a wealthy man older than her. But she was decided to divorce, and now, as a widow, she tries to maintain a lifestyle she depends on with Martha as her responsibilities now. Frances offers a listening ear and a shoulder to lean on, offering comfort and understanding as Martha navigates the complexity of her life. As an auntie, she often providing guidance and advice to Martha. She offers a different perspective, encouraging Martha to consider the consequences of her actions, and the impact they may have on those around her. As the story starts, Martha soon gets a job at dry cleaning laundry. Martha's job provides her with a newfound sense of independence and financial stability. Through her job, Martha begins to interact with a wider range of people. She meets new colleagues and forms connections that go beyond her immediate circle. These interactions offer Martha an opportunity to develop her social skills, build relationships, and challenge her social anxiety. But the only friends that Martha ever had is only one person, and his name is Birdie. He works at the same place with Martha, and turns out she fell in love with Birdie, and Martha involved in a forbidden romantic relationship with Birdie. The forbidden nature of their love creates external pressures and conflicts with social norms, leading to a tension and potential consequences. But she has a way of loving too strongly, angering too easily, and always speaking the truth, sometimes when it's not appropriate. Lies are told, and soon Martha is fired from the first real job she's ever had. She's angry and very upset, and her life is turned upside down. And that means she now must move back with her aunt and lose her independence. But after that chaos situations, Martha was discovered after she gets back to her auntie house, and turns out that her auntie Frances has hired a handyman to do household repairs, and the handyman name is Meg. At first, Martha doesn't really happy with some strangers and this man having the run of the place, and always seem to be around her auntie house. But as the time goes by, Martha forms a close relationship and emotional bond with Meg, a compassionate and understanding man. Meg was described as a source of support and stability in Martha's life, that offering her in kindness and acceptance. As their friendship deepens, Martha begins to develop romantic feelings and fell for Meg. However, Meg, who is aware of Martha's complicated past and ongoing struggles, only uses her for his own satisfactions. And once again, she's been let down by someone who couldn't help her, but Martha has no ideas about it, and her love is hard and forever to Meg. She also can't understand why Meg ignores her after they've been slept together. After living by Meg at the end of the story, Martha was decided to rebuilding her life to be a better person. And through her self-discovery, Martha became a stronger and more independent individual, and she determined to break free from the chains of her past. And after reading this novel, I personally so hurt when I realized that the people around Martha just so mean and treating her so bad. I mean, I really know that Martha just wants to be a normal like you and me, and to love and to be loved, to have friends, a life, a purpose, and to be happy. And yeah, overall this book was a really good, and the author was written the characters so well and detailed. This kind of book that make me feel like I also have a mental illness because the detail of this story. And at the end of this review, I will tell you one of the passage from this book that said, "Poor Martha, every incident was high drama, every confrontation a disaster. Every slide is a blow. Such an exhausting life, without subtle ties, propelled by fear and anxiety." Page 53. Well, thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it, and please share your thoughts in the comments below. And join me next time on my other video. Until then, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.